honestly, when I heard the beat, it kind of took me, especially the sample in the beginning. That it's a song by Marie Dahlstrom called "I Want You," and the shit was just so beautiful. Like it just, I don't know. Whenever I hear certain beats, I just get into the storytelling mode, and I feel like it kind of had that same energy as Yolanda's son. So I figured it just made sense to build on that without doing too much. The original title, matter of fact, was Death Before Dishonor Freestyle. But as I'm listening to it over and over again, I'm like, man, this shit just give me that same feel that Yolanda's son did. I mean, from when I was writing it, when I was recording it, like it just all felt so natural. It just felt so real, and I felt like I'm just painting this picture once again. So that's pretty much how the record came to be. I want to say I wrote it in my dorm room. I recorded it at G-Man Studio down at the beach with T-Rific. That's the greatest engineer in the world. I mean, it's my guy, man. I just feel like it's a lot of power in that statement, man. I'm Yolanda's son. Like, I was raised a certain way, you see what I'm saying? I'm cut from a certain cloth. Like, if you don't know me, but you know my mama, you know exactly who I am, you see what I'm saying? Because you know who she is, what she bout, and I take a lot of pride in honoring my family name, Like, you're not finna play with me, I'm Yolanda's son. Like, for real, I mean that. Like, I don't just say that on songs, that's a real statement in my life. I'm Yolanda's son, I'm not going for it, So, I'm living life in denial, it been like this for a while. My shoes designer now, but you still can't walk a mile. I'm from where we only dress up for a funeral or trial, and we keep a pistol on us like it's going out of style. With that setup, I just feel like that was a hell of a way to bring it in, Reason I say I'm living life in denial is because people always think I don't take nothing serious, when in reality, like, it's just, I live life with this state of mind that, like, I'm not gonna make it on the other end of this shit alive. So it's no need to be too serious about nothing, and people want to say that's living life in denial. If that's what you want to call it, then fuck it, that's what it is. My shoes designer now, but you still can't walk them out. That's a little cap. I don't really wear designer shoes, but I'm just saying that to say, my circumstances have improved from the last time you might have heard me, which was 1919, the last project. So my circumstances may have improved, but at the end of the day, it's still a long road that I walk, so you probably still can't walk a mile in these shoes. I'm from where we only dress up for a funeral or trial. I didn't get my first suit until I joined the fraternity. So, I mean, like, it's certain ways of life and certain aspects of life that we don't really, subscribe to where I'm from. And, we keep a pistol on us like it's going out of style. That was just kind of clever. We tote guns a lot. I feel ignorant for saying this shit, but it's something about them trenches that I really do miss. Dre was really at the show trying to come through with the stick the same night I had to find out that little bro was snitch. That is actually a true story. I was doing a show at West Beach Tavern in Virginia Beach, and my homeboy, one of my first friends ever, this nigga's nuts. He tried to come through the show with the Draco in his pants. But that night I also found out that a little nigga that came up under us ended up telling on somebody that we really love. So it kind of fucked me up, which goes into the next part. What I'm gonna do when I run into them boys that drop the dime on me? Should I just let it go, protect my peace, or put this metal to his face and let it pop like grease? But part of me just wanna ask why you turned to a rat. We could have did that time together, could have had each other back. When I found out Lil Bro told, it just had me thinking like, damn, how's the nigga that he told on gonna react? Which made me think, how the fuck am I gonna react when I bump into niggas that told on me? Because for those that don't know, I was locked up for 5 years. And part of it was because niggas got locked up, niggas started telling on each other, and all of a sudden, I'm the one that had to wear the brunt of it, basically. So it turned into one of them things where, like, I'm the only one that did time. Everybody else got to walk free, So it just made me wonder, like, what am I gonna do? And I struggle with that, daily. Like, damn, if I bump into these niggas right now, like leaving this interview, if I walk out there and see them niggas right now, what the fuck am I gonna do? I be struggling with that shit for real. So, and then part of me would just want to ask some questions like, why did you do it? Like, you would have been good. Like, we could have just did this a little bit. Niggas could have got it together. You see what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's a little deeper, because I guess as black men, we kind of subscribe to a way of life that nobody else really subscribes to. Like, if a doctor goes snitch on some niggas, nobody's gonna look at the doctor funny, Nobody's gonna not want to be seen by the doctor because he's the police. You see what I'm saying? However, as a black man, I can't really parlay and function the way I so choose if I got that label of snitch on me. You see what I'm saying? That's just, but unfortunately, that's just, the way we was bred, the way we was born, the way we was brought up to live and think, I want to be the greatest rapper ever. Like, it's nothing less than that. You see what I'm saying? As cliche as that might sound, like, it's a certain confidence that I done built, and not just because I just feel like I'm this fucking good, but because, I didn't really put in the work. I didn't, like, it's a saying, it takes 10,000 hours to master something, and you can't fake that 10,000 hours. Like, I really feel like I've put in that 10,000 hours and then some, and I feel like with the work ethic, with, the overall creativity, just, the passion that I really got for it, there's no reason why I can't, if I do everything that I'm supposed to do and do it right, there's no reason why I can't be the biggest rapper in the world. As an artist, you got to understand that you yourself are an investment. And, we in the internet age, man, where hip hop is, like Jay-Z said, hip hop is like the wild, wild west at this point. Everybody with a computer mic and a social media page can make music. You see what I'm saying? So what you have to do is you have to find ways to separate yourself from the fog and push yourself to the forefront. And oftentimes all that takes is a little bit of money, a little bit of money and, a dedication to taking it serious. You see what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, think about how many artists you see that you personally don't feel are that good. However, they got the platform to do and say as they please and really get a reaction from people. All that takes is a little money. You see what I'm saying? I found out Rich died. It made my heart sick. He was trying to run from the police and then the car flipped. I'm just grateful we ain't lose him to no op shit, or somebody would have got they motherfucking block spent. Long live Rich. He passed. He had just came home from juvie, right? My nigga came home. He was living life fast. You see what I'm saying? He was getting money, doing his thing, showing his ass, And it's ironic, the nigga that I was talking about tried to bring the stick to the show. This nigga tried to, keep Rich under his wing and shit. And, it just, when you living life so fast and you so young and you was in juvie since you was, 15 and you 19 now, 20, you living life, it's hard for somebody to tell you slow down. Car flip, he ended up passing, man. So, yeah, it was sad. But like I said, I'm just grateful we ain't lose him to no op shit. Like, I'm grateful ain't nobody, I'm grateful his life won't taken at the hands of another person. You see what I'm saying? Because then, I know me, I know the community that I'm from, I know how they would have reacted and everything would have just went left. So, you gotta kind of be grateful that things play out the way they do, Still can't forget about my niggas I was locked with. Still down to kill for my dogs like I'm John Wick. Won't change for none of you bitches. I'm still toxic. Wasting time in college because I only learn from losses. I feel like that was pretty self-explanatory. Niggas still call me daily. I still have conversations with niggas telling about how this outside shit feel. Can't wait for them to get here. Free G, free Lil Joe, we outside, man. Still down to kill for my dog like I'm John Wick. I'm on probation, I'm not explaining that bar. Won't change for none of you bitches, I'm still toxic. I'm not even really toxic, but that's what they want to define it as. When you just honest and ain't looking for love, you looked at like the bad guy, because I don't want to be married. Okay, cool. Wasting time in college because I only learned from losses. School always came easy to me, but honestly, I don't use nothing that I learned in school. Everything I learned in life came from, the bad shit and the lessons that I had to learn from it. At this point, I'm too deep. It ain't no going back. Around here, you can't buy clout. You work for that. And you can't practice being real. It's no rehearsing that. Nigga, ain't no learning that. I had to come to terms with that. I'm too deep. It's no going back. I am who I am at this point. My life is going to be what I make it, but it's no changing anything that already happened. Around here, you can't buy clout. You work for that. Like, I just talked about paying for promotion. Cool. But like, the money don't make you sweet. It just gives you an opportunity for people to see your face. They still get to make their own judgment. All it do is put a spotlight on you, but people gonna figure out who you are once they see you for real. You can't practice being real. It's no rehearsing that. It ain't no learning that. I had to come to terms with that. A lot of times, we want people around us that ain't the best for us. You can't teach them how to be real. You can't teach somebody how to be solid. If they not solid, that's just what it's gonna be. You You see what I'm saying? And you got to come to terms with it. You got to live with it. You see what I'm saying? There's nothing you can do about it. You know, it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. So it's death before dishonor on my motherfucking mama. You don't know her name, Yolanda. She ain't raised no pussy. I be riding with the chopper. If I'm having any problems, it's gonna be a fucking body. Dare a nigga push me. I will die before I don't stand on what I stand on. And I put that on my mama. If you don't know, this song is called Yolanda's Son too. Like, her name is Yolanda. You see what I'm saying? I put that on her because she raised me. And if I'm anything negative, that's a reflection on her. And I'd be damned if I make my mama look bad. Fuck. Then it goes, I be riding with the chopper. If I'm having any problems, it's gonna be a fucking body. Dare a nigga push me. I'm on probation, so I'm not explaining that. And I still can't control my temper. My squad turn. I still can't control my niggas. Gotta think twice now before I let go my trigger. Wish I could hold a bitch how I hold my liquor. I like that setup. I was kind of flat on 4 bars. I still can't control my temper. Yes, I get very angry sometimes, you know. My squad turn. I still can't control my niggas. Like, I'm honestly the safe one. You see what I'm saying? I be having to hold these niggas back. They fucking nuts, you know? I'm the one with some sense, which is crazy, right? Gotta think twice now before I let go my trigger, you know? Because, like I said, I got a lot to live for, you know? It's deeper than just not wanting to go back to jail, but it's like, I mean, it's so much out here that needs to be done. Like, my story is not meant to be the story of the nigga with potential but couldn't get his mind right. You see what I'm saying? I'm not meant to be the almost nigga. You see what I'm saying? That's just not what I'm destined for, bro. I'm destined for much greater shit than that. Wish I could hold a bitch how I hold my liquor. Boy, they come and go. They come and go. And it's unfortunate because, you know, it's not like I deal with women with any malice in my heart. It's just, you know, when I'm living life a certain way, it's hard for a lot of them to get with it. They'll say they be with it for the moment, but then when shit get a little too hectic, you know, when I tell them this is what you signed up for, it always, you know, always get the backlash. But it is what it is, you know, and, you know, it'll be what it is, you know. Love ain't for everybody, you know. I ain't been asleep yet. I woke up in a deep sweat. If I say that he next, we sliding like it's recess. I get the clicking with the scrap, it's like a seatbelt. So watch me get the shooting like a heat check, nigga. From a writing standpoint, I just wanted to end it with a couple punches, right? I just felt like that'd be a hell of a way to go out. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like the storytelling element of itself was already there during the beginning. You know, it was a lot to unpack. So I ain't really want to, you know, overwhelm with too many more stories. I just kind of wanted to rap. For lack of better words, show off a little bit, because in my opinion, them was some fire-ass punches. I ain't been asleep yet. I woke up in a deep sweat. I do deal with insomnia, so that's real. If I say that he next, we sliding like it's recess. I'm on probation, not explaining it. I get the clicking with the scrap, it's like a seatbelt, not explaining it. I'm on probation. Watch me get the shooting like a heat check. I like to play basketball a lot, you know, and you know, when you get the ball and you just let it fly, you know what I mean, that's a heat check. So yeah, that's as far as I'm going into that. I mean, then it goes into the refrain again, because it's death before the sign on my motherfucking mama. You don't know her name, Yolanda. And I just felt like that was a cool way to end it, kind of calm, bring everything back, you know, like kind of retelling the story again, remind you what you just heard, and leave the door kind of open, you know. This is the intro to my next project, by the way, so I feel like this was a hell of a way to bring it in. So that is Yolanda's Son 2 by Reek Fisher. After this project drop, which should be this month or next month. I don't got an exact date on it yet, you know, really because I just want to take my time with it and make sure that the music is quality. Because weirdly enough, people love 1919, but honestly, like, that shit is like an unfinished album for real. Like, that I had to kind of rush to put out because I had caught and thought I was getting locked up again. So, like, You're Not the Only One wasn't finished. I hated Slave, to be honest. Like, people liking it is so surprising. It was a lot of things that I wanted to just kind of polish and clean up, and I feel like this project is the opportunity to not necessarily try to rehash old ideas, but just build on what I was doing and make something better. So after this next project, which is called You Owe Me an Apology, by the way. After You Owe Me an Apology, I just plan on doing a bunch of shows, man. We're going to really maximize the potential of this project. We're going to get out, show our face, you see what I'm saying? We're going to do it, and we're going to do it right. We're going to put that money behind it. We're going to make sure that this project lives up to everything that it needs to be, because I like to think I'm kind of okay, decent with this rapping thing, you know, and I feel like if the world got an opportunity to see it too, they just might agree, you know. So that's the plan. Take this project and shoot it to the moon.